Hey guys, what's up? This is Apostle MB with your Tuesday morning motivations for you. Pray you guys are having a wonderful start of your day on today. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I didn't come on yesterday, but I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend and a week and an extended weekend. And we're so glad to have you back for another week's worth of morning motivations. Today, I want to talk to you about if I don't, who will? If I don't, who will? You know, all of us enjoy being celebrated. All of us enjoy, and I enjoyed it this weekend for my birthday. I had a wonderful birthday, and I enjoyed being celebrated from basically from Wednesday until Sunday, and well, really all this whole month between my wife and the church. I was celebrated and among friends and receiving all the wonderful text message and Facebook responses and Instagram and all that other stuff. Everyone enjoyed being celebrated. And not only do everyone enjoy being celebrated, but everyone also enjoy being applauded. None of us like to be criticized or really downed or told what you didn't do or all that other kind of stuff. We always enjoy the pats on the backs and the handshakes and the high fives and all that other stuff. But unfortunately, when we don't receive it, we have a tendency to kind of feel a certain type of way. When we don't receive all that stuff, we start to feel a certain type of way. And today, I want to encourage you to stop waiting for all of those things. If it happened, yes. But if it does not happen, don't let it draw you into a place where you start feeling less of yourself, start feeling depressed, start feeling like that you did something wrong and all that other stuff, and it starts to push you into a certain type of way. You know, there's a story in the Bible, and I promise you I'm gonna try to be under my 6 minutes today. But there's a story in the Bible about a man by the name of David, and David had advanced. We hear a lot about David in the Old Testament, and David had advanced. David had gone out. Then he was serving, had people under him, had a nation under him, and David had settled in a place called Ziklag, and he had gone out and he had fought the enemy, had did some things, he and his men. And they returned home. They were tired and all that other stuff. And they got to Ziklag. And when they got to Ziklag, the city had been burned. And their wives and their children were not there. And the Bible said that the men with David spoke of stoning him. In other words, they were pointing their fingers at David, even though David was with them. David wasn't left behind. It wasn't something that, he allowed to happen. It was out of his control. And David, the Bible said, and this is where I want to encourage you today for morning motivation. David encouraged himself in the Lord. In other words, David said, if I don't do it, of course they're not going to do it. They're upset that their homes are destroyed. They're upset that their wives and children are gone. They don't know if they're alive or dead and all that other stuff. But David was in the same boat as they were. But the Bible said David encouraged himself in the Lord. Hey guys, this is what I want to tell you today. Quit waiting for folk to tell you how good you look. Quit waiting for people to tell you and applaud you how good you've done. Quit waiting for people to come to you and pat you on your back and say, man, I'm so proud of you. You look your own self in the mirror. Look at your own self and your own life and the deeds that you've done and the things that you've accomplished and all that other stuff. Look at your own self and say, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you did what you did. And you encourage yourself in the Lord, even in the midst of bad times when things aren't moving like you want them to move, when things are not flowing like you want them to flow. You encourage your own self. Hey, self, I can do this thing. Hey, self. Hey, Marcus, I can make it. Hey, Marcus, I can survive this thing. Hey, Marcus, I can come over this thing. Hey, Marcus, I can achieve this thing. So today I encourage you. Encourage yourself. Because after all, some people see what you do, but they don't applaud you because of so many little things like jealousy and envy and all that other stuff. But listen, don't worry about that stuff. The more you dwell on the negative, the more you boost the enemy and what he has done, because your focus is now drawn on what the enemy is doing and not what God can do. So today I encourage you, if you don't do it, who's going to do it? I'm sure there'll be somebody, but let what they say be a confirmation of what you already said. And you know the end of the story. David was able to go. He was able to reclaim. He went to God. God told him, he said, will I recover? Should I pursue? And if I do pursue, will I recover and take all? And God said, pursue. You shall recover and take all. And David found, through some channels, David found where his wives and children were, and all the men's children, and God allowed them to get it back. And I believe that David would have never done it if he had not encouraged himself. So today, when you face certain things in your life, encourage yourself. When things hit you today, encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Say, I did good. It's not about the pride, but it says, I did good. It means it keeps me on the steady path that I keep pursuing and I keep pounding until I accomplish that thing that God has called you to accomplish. This has been Apostle MB with your Tuesday morning motivation for you guys. I pray you have a wonderful day in the Lord on today. Bundle up. They said it's going to be cold today. Amen. Bundle up and enjoy the Lord. And every obstacle, encourage yourself. Until the next time, shalom.